Hi there YouTube, this is Daniel back again here at Daniel's Comics with another haul video. I think it was about 3 or 4 months since my last video. The reason for that is several things. Most of it is life has gotten in the way, work, and then I decided to remodel my room here. As you can see, there's a lot more space on my shelves. That's because I've expanded the shelving units and removed my computer area. And yeah, but that's not why I'm doing this video. It's to show you the books that I've been picking up through my LCS, through Book Depository, through eBay, Tradera, and our book retailer here in Sweden called Bokus. So there's a bunch of books, and first, before we go into the book portion of the haul, I want to show you this. This is a nice little cast iron swiveling bat signal, and it has a light up feature, as you can see, which is awesome, and it goes super well with my Batman statue, the Mignola designer series from DC, the collectibles. And yeah, so it's put up there, and I've been posting a few pictures of that on my Instagram account. So if you're interested to see how that looks, check it out on the Instagram account as well. Yeah, it's an awesome little feature to add to my bat collection. And that swiveling little, not so little bat signal comes with this little book or booklet. It's in hardcover, and it kind of goes through a brief history of the bat signal. There's some awesome artwork as well, both new and old. You get a lot of nice pictures and stories behind the bat signal. So this is a nice little extra that I threw in the packaging. And that next then is the whole video of books. And let's start off with some manga. I usually don't get a lot of manga, but I've started a while back to pick up manga here and there. And of course, when I saw some of the videos made by Omar from Near Mint Condition and from the Omnibus Collector and others, yeah, I had to get Berserk. This is Volume 1, and I read it straight away, and I must say that I can't understand why I haven't read it before this. Probably it's the format that did it, because this is the format that sold it to me. It's a big hardcover sturdy book, collects 3 of those trade paperback versions of Berserk, and I read this and I had trouble putting it down because I just wanted to know more, I wanted to read more, and I wanted to see what happened to Guts. And this ends with the first chapter of the Golden Age, which I hear is one of the best arcs of Berserk. So I can't wait to get to read more of this. And yeah, the book has some fabulous looking binding, and the artwork is quite brutal at times. And yeah, it's all in black and white, and you read it in traditional left to right manner. But yeah, it's a beautiful book, great story, and I can't wait to read the rest of it, which is why I've gotten Volume 2 and 3. These have been quite scarce, somewhat difficult to get a hold of here, but yeah, they eventually turned up on Book Depository and on Bokus, so I ordered them, and now I just need to get the rest of it. And while we're talking about manga, Dark Horse have been putting out quite a lot of manga lately, and these new deluxe editions by them are just beautiful. So I had to get Helsing as well. I've heard so many great things about Helsing, but I'm not familiar with this manga. I haven't read it before, but these hardcovers are just so beautifully put together. It's so bright red, goes so well with the Berserk, and the artwork in this one is also very nice, and the binding is quite well put together. Probably needs a read through before it kind of eases up a lot easier. And here's some of the artwork as well. It looks freaking awesome, and I can't wait to start reading this as well. Then I had to pick up a few trades as well, or had to, just decided to do that. I got quite a good deal on these from my LCS when they had a free comic book event that didn't happen in the spring thanks to the pandemic and everything. And I decided to pick up a few trades for half off price, which is a pretty good deal. And I decided to try Coyotes Volume One. It's written by Sean Lewis, and I've read a few of his stories before, which I've enjoyed. And it's drawn by Caitlin Jarsky. And I'm not very sure about what this is going to be about, but I think it's a mystery about people going missing in a border town or something like that. And then I have another trade from that haul, or that portion of the haul, which is Wonder Woman by Greg Rucker Volume 3. This was a no-brainer. I've loved Greg Rucker's run on his early run on Wonder Woman. I hear great things about his Rebirth run as well. But yeah, I did have a roundtable discussion with JT and Blackpool a while back, a few years ago, on the Comic Board channel. Here's some of the artwork as well. Yeah, I enjoyed those two volumes before this one, so this was a no-brainer for me. Yeah, here's some more of the artwork. And then I have a few more books to show in the trade portion of the haul, which is also books that I got for half off at my LCS, and that is Superwoman Volume 1, 2 and 3. I think this is Lana Lang? No, it's Lois Lane, apparently, who has inherited the Man of Steel's powers. So Lois Lane is Superwoman, and yeah, I heard great things from JT when he read it in singles. I think he did. But yeah, I think he read it and enjoyed it. So I decided to try it out for half off. And now we're getting to some of the good hardcovers as well. And the same LCS, Comics Heaven here in Stockholm, has these 2 for 1 or 3 for 2 deals on certain hardcovers and trade paperbacks. And I found this hardcover, We 3 by Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly, which is these 3 animals. You have this bunny rabbit, this dog, and this cat, who is kind of driving these mechs, as it looks like. And it's a short little miniseries, and I have heard great things about it. Frank Quietly is always great when it comes to artwork. And here we have some of the artwork by Frank Quietly. And I love animals, so this is gonna be an interesting read. And a part of that 3 books for 2 deal, I found this hardcover, Avengers Rage of Ultron. And it's written by Rick Remender and drawn by Romo Pena. And yeah, the artwork is just phenomenal. And usually I do enjoy Rick Remender's writing, so this is gonna be fun to read. It's a quick, short, original graphic novel. And the next book I have here is a book by D.P. Filippi and Terry Dodson, and it's originally put out over here in Europe. And Humanoids have been putting it out in English, and they did show a nice oversized hardcover that I saw an overview of and a review by Omnibus a while ago, and I decided to get it, but by then it kind of got out of print. And then I found out that they did this reprint, and artwork by Terry Dodson is just phenomenal. And yeah, there is some elements to this that isn't suitable to show in a video here, but yeah. And then we have another series that I've been excited to try out, and I did try to find absolute hardcovers a while back, but never found a decent price for them. And the series I'm talking about here is Promethea by Alan Moore and J.H. Williams III. Firstly, we have his artwork, which is phenomenal as an understatement. I love the artwork by him. But yeah, the book itself is just beautiful. The binding is great, the artwork is awesome. And yeah, Promethea Volume 1. And then I have to get Volume 2 as well. And later this year, or maybe early next year, we're gonna get Promethea Volume 3, which will conclude and wrap up the whole series. And the next series I have here is a series that I snoozed on for too long before I realized that I should have picked it up when it was released. And that is DC Metal, the hardcover deluxe edition. Even the trade I have trouble finding. And I found this for cover basically, including shipping over on eBay from Portugal. And I decided to just, yeah, I'm getting it this summer, and didn't snooze anymore. And then we have a few more DC Deluxe Edition hardcovers, and I've been looking out and looking to try out more Superman, because I haven't read much Superman, and I've watched a few videos to see where a good story is. And then I found this discussion with Omnidog over at his channel with the Minister of Comics, as they call him. They showed certain story arcs and certain Superman comics that was a good jumping on point. And this is Superman Kryptonite, which was has been a suggestion by many videos, and it's written by Darwin Cook and drawn by Tim Sale. And Tim Sale's artwork is just awesome. Just look at this cover, it looks awesome. And then Darwin Cook is a good writer as well. And then we have another Superman book, an oversized hardcover, and that is Secret Origin. And it's written by Jeff Johns and drawn by Gary Frank. And I love the fact that Gary Frank kind of tried to pull some of the Christopher Reeves look into his drawings here. It just looks awesome. And then we have another Superman book. It's by Kurt Busiek and Stuart Immonen, and it's Secret Identity Superman. And I think it's a story of his early years. And hopefully this is gonna live up to the hype that have been put on it by so many YouTubers out there. And for those of you who follow JT and Black Paul's channel, The Comic Board, I have been showing a few of these books on there as well. So this might not be a surprise to anyone who watches those live streams that we do together. I have picked up TMNT Volume 1, the hardcover, the IDW hardcover collections, and these books are so beautiful. They look so great. I've seen them on so many videos on other YouTubers' channels in the background, and on reviews and stuff like that. So I decided to just take the plunge and get Volume 1 and then read it. But yeah, I kind of do enjoy getting a bunch of books before I read it, so I decided to get Volume 2 and 3 as well. So I probably have to start reading this series so I can give it a go and see if I like it. And then we have a library edition by Dark Horse, and it's Alien Dead Orbit. I did read this in single issues when it was released a while back. I think it was 2 years ago, but it was plagued by certain delays. But yeah, I couldn't pass up James Stokoe's artwork in this oversized format. And yeah, this is also one of the books that I've been showing on the comic board live streams. Yeah, they had a bit of a laugh about the cover. I won't say why, but they did, and I can understand why. But yeah, it's a James Stokoe book, and the artwork is it's freaking awesome. And the next two books that I have to show you guys is two Absolute editions, which I bought from Joachim Comic Center actually. He decided to let them go on Swedish Tradera, so I asked if I could buy them from him. So he pulled them and I could buy them for what he was asking. And yeah, it's Authority, Absolute Authority Volume 1 and Volume 2 as well. So these two are some of the great Wildstorm event or team books, written by Warren Ellis and drawn by Brian Hitch. I hear so many great things about this, and a hardcover comic is one of those YouTubers who kind of puts a lot of praise on these books. Yeah, it's a beautiful put together Absolute edition, and I've gotten a lot more into the Absolute format lately. So these two are gonna be awesome to put on the shelves next to the other ones. And yeah, so since it's been about 4 months and I've been picking up books here and there, I also picked up another Absolute, and it's on the recommendation from Blackpool, and that is Absolute New Frontier by Darwin Cook. I've been meaning to pick this up for the longest time, and this is the 15th anniversary edition. You can see that by the blue spine here, and I can't wait to see what this Absolute will bring, because I love his artwork and I love his storytelling, because he was a fantastic storyteller. And talking about Darwin Cook, I had to, since I've heard so many great things about his Parker series, I had to get his Parker Martini edition, which is the biggest hardcover book that I have ever owned. And yeah, it's bigger than my Sixth Gun Volume 1, because that is a coffin basically, and this stands just slightly taller, and the book itself is way taller than the Sixth Gun book, so this is gonna be difficult to find a spot for, but yeah, it's gonna be awesome to read. I've been flipping through this and it's a beautiful book. Then we have just a few books more to show, and let's go with the Gail Simone one, and that is Wonder Woman by Gail Simone. And this is a buy that I did because I kind of panicked. I've been meaning to pick this up, but it kind of went out of print so fast. I was looking at it and then I'll pick it up next time. I'll pick it up next time. Always thinking about it's gonna be there forever. But no, it's started going out of print everywhere, or out of stock at least. And then I saw that Book Depository had it, and then it got out of stock, and then they had it, and it kind of went back and forth like that. So I decided to just, I'll pick it up next time I'm at my LCS if they still have it. And they did, and it was cheaper than on Book Depository, so it was a no-brainer for me. Yeah, a great looking omnibus, a great writer, and some of the great artwork from DC of that era. So yeah, I can't wait for the New 52 Batgirl omnibus to be released later. But yeah, this is a beautifully put together book, and I can't wait to read it. And next is also one of the books that I kind of slept on for too long, so I snoozed and I almost lost out. And that is Brian Michael Bendis' character-defining work on Daredevil. I've read it on the complete collection, and I can't wait to get that oversized artwork by Alex Maleev. And yeah, I am a big fan of this run, so I had to get Volume 2 as well. And this one I got from eBay purchase. I kind of won it on auction. I didn't think I was gonna win it, and yeah, I might try to sell it because this is the first edition, so it's a bit slightly thicker than the reprints, and I kind of enjoy the thinner omnibus size. So it's gonna be saving a bit of space, at least on my shelves, if I do try to sell this and replace it with the reprint, which is gonna be have to happen quite soon, I guess. And the next two omnibus that I have to show is some of the books that I've been purchasing, because the books kind of look good, or the story intrigued me, and it was kind of recommended by Blackpool as well to pick it up. And I talked to a few friends that I trust their tastes in comics as well, and they all recommended Green Arrow by Grell, the Omnibus, which is a big thick book, and looking at the binding, kind of looks like they use a lot of glue, so it's gonna be difficult to break in, I guess. But I did find a video by, I think it was Squeakerzoid, who kind of showed how he does it with certain books that are kind of built like tanks, like this one. And I did look at that, and I thought, yeah, that's the way that I'm gonna have to break this one in. But yeah, this is a huge book, and it's gonna be awesome to try and read it. And the next and last book, an omnibus as well, is this Swamp Thing omnibus by Nancy A. Collins. This book looks stunning. And it follows up Al Moore's run, which is quite difficult to do, I guess. I've heard so many great things about his run, and this is some of the greatest Swamp Thing artwork and storytelling that I have heard of, or as I've heard people say. It's got that black label stamp on it. It should be Vertigo, but yeah, DC does what DC does, and it's gonna be interesting to see what this brings to the Swamp Thing mythos. But I'll probably try to read Alan Moore's run before I go into this one. This doesn't look like it has the same amount of glue, so it's gonna be a bit easier to break in, I guess. And this one and the Grell Omnibus I got a sweet deal for. I got it for 20 on the cover, I think, so basically what I would probably pay, including shipping from in-stock trades. So yeah, it's a win-win, I guess. These are the books that I picked up this time around. I think it was about 30 or 32 books and a toy this time, and a few manga, hardcovers, omnibus, absolute editions, and premium format books. These are some awesome looking books. Hopefully they all live up to the expectations. And yeah, remember, I've been picking up these books here and there over the last 4 months, so it's not that I picked it up this month. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you stay safe out there. And until next time, collect what you like, read what you like, and see you around. Bye bye.